Okay, here's what I've come up with for this Lauson engine. Got the Lauson connecting rod here, the Briggs wrist pin. What I did was I took the Briggs connecting rod, cut the piston pin part off of it, and you can see I ground it down, rounded it, and drilled out the Lauson connecting rod and pressed the bearing for the Briggs, or from the Briggs rod, inside the Lauson rod. So that came out pretty well. It's a nice tight fit, but it's still like very little resistance, if any, to spinning it, but there's no play. So pretty pleased with that. I got the Briggs piston cleaned up a little bit. Not too much, it was in good shape. Ready to install a piston in the bore. I deglazed the cylinder of that Lauson just a little bit, and I power washed it, the inside, get all the gunk out of it. So come back when I have the piston in. Alright, well, I got the piston in. The flywheel and the mag plate's just sitting on here now. But yeah, it rotates nice and smooth. Looks like it belongs. Cylinder's quite worn out. But nothing we can do about that. Put her back together and see if she'll run. Alright, well, here's what we ended up with. So the little Lauson does run. Sounds alright. It's the engine itself sounds nice and tight, which I'm pleased with. But as you can see, it's kind of spitting and sputtering a little bit. The throttle shaft in this carburetor is very warm. It's really impossible to actually adjust it correctly to run. But it does run, and it seems to not smoke, which is nice. It smokes a little bit when it sputters and misfires. That's no big deal. Shut it down. Yeah, she needs adjustment. Adjustment and some machine work. You can see here all that back and forth play in that throttle shaft. Really makes it impossible to get it adjusted correctly so it'll run nicely. But it did run, and it doesn't really have any real smoke, you know, except when it trips over itself. But about it for that one. I have some 1/4-inch brass round stock. I don't really know what the exact diameter of that shaft is, but I'll probably drill out the carburetor and make a new throttle shaft out of that 1/4-inch stock. That's just bad. Oh well. At least it was a successful swap out of the parts. Had to make a new head gasket. Original one leaked pretty bad. But other than that, just finished that throttle shaft up, clean the gas tank out, should be done.